Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mathilde. I'm doing videos about health, wellness and everything around that to feel better, to feel good. So yeah, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to talk to you about 10 ways to lift your mood or overall feel happier. It's normal to have moments in your life when you don't feel that happy, when you feel a bit cranky, a bit in a funk. So this video is for you if that's the case. I actually did it myself a few days ago because I wasn't feeling so good, so motivated. So yeah, I gathered all the things that I usually do to feel better. So here's that. The number one is to make a warm drink. If you know me, you know that I'm always with a warm drink. They bring me so much joy and there's so much to do with warm drinks. If you don't like coffee, you can make yourself a nice latte, like for example a matcha latte or a hot chocolate, and they're so good, and there's one for everyone regarding what you like, what you don't like. Yeah, it's just very comforting. So that's my number one tip. My second tip is to ask yourself what would make the situation 10% better. That's a question that I often ask myself when I don't feel productive, when I don't feel motivated. I'm like, what would make things 10% better? And it can be something small like talking to a friend, getting outside, and it's still 10%. So you can go from that, like, okay, I'm at 10% now, what could make like 10% more and more and more? And overall you can change things really quickly by just making simple switches and just doing like the small steps. You know, it's not about the big picture, it's just to make things better slowly. It can really make a big difference. My tip number 3 is to go for a walk. That's something that I do every day when it's not like pouring rain or very cold, but I love to go on walks, and sometimes I listen to a podcast, sometimes I listen to music, sometimes I don't listen to anything, but it's such a good way to get out of a funk because not like overthinking everything, you're just getting outside. It's super grounding to be around nature, around like just outside. So my tip number 4 is to say or write positive affirmations about like yourself or in general. So that's, for example, I can do this, I'm proud of myself, I'm proud of my hard work, I'm proud of the person I'm becoming. And it can sound like very silly. If you don't want to say them out loud, it's fine, like you don't have to. Sometimes I do that in front of a mirror, and yeah, I know that can feel very weird in the first times that you do that, but over like a period of time it becomes more natural and less cringe or anything. But if you're not comfortable with saying that out loud, you can just write it, and it makes a big difference because sometimes we forget that we're doing our best and we're very judgmental about ourselves. We criticize ourselves all the time. So yeah, that's just about lowering the inner critic. My tip number 5 is to do one self-care thing. That's something that, again, it's super versatile. You can do anything you like. If it's to take a warm bath, then that's something you can do. If it's just to pamper yourself, to do like a nice mask, like eye patches, or just watch a movie, watch a YouTube video that you really like, just doing something that you know is going to make you feel really good. It's important to treat yourself on a daily basis, and I don't mean something like very extravagant, but just to do something that makes you feel better every day, I think is so important. And I try to schedule that when I plan my days, and my planner is called the self-care planner. So it has this little box on the pages that schedules like what self-care thing you're gonna do every day, and I think it's so good because sometimes you forget. You're like, I'm go, and I'm not planning any self-care things, but this thing reminds you. So that's my tip. And tip number 6 is to clean your space. And again, that's something that I don't really want to do in the moment, but when I do it, it makes me feel so much better, because often a cluttered space equals a cluttered mind. I find that for myself anyways. So cleaning my space, even if it's something small like cleaning my desk and throwing away all the like papers that are hanging there for a while, it feels really good to have things very organized and clean for the day. It makes me feel more productive. My tip number 7 is to do a random act of kindness, and that's something that I put in my goals for 2023, is to try to do one random act of kindness every day. And again, it can mean many things. It can mean sending a nice text to someone, like that you're thinking of them. It also can mean something like, for example, you're in the subway and you're just giving your seat to someone else that is standing in the same train. Yeah, complimenting someone in the street, like, oh, you have nice hair. It's the small things, but it can make a world of a difference. Like when you see the other person in front of you that is like obviously happy that you did something for them, it's so rewarding, and connecting with others is so important for us, so it always lifts my mood to do that. My tip number 8 is to take a break from your phone, and that's very big because we're all addicted to our phones. Well, actually I am. So I'm very like aware of that, but I'm trying to better that. Taking a break from your phone, it can mean many things. For example, like when you eat your meals, try to have one meal every day that you don't touch your phone, that you're not on your phone. Even if you're eating alone, you can just eat in silence, or if you want to put the radio on, then that's still better than your phone. But mindful eating is a big thing. And just taking a break from your phone, for example, for 5 minutes to go stretch, because usually even when we take breaks, for example, we're working from home, we're having a 5 minutes break, we're gonna go on our phones, and that's not good for our mental health. So yeah, it's better to take these 5 minutes to even go outside, have a little bit of fresh air, or stretch for 5 minutes. My battery died, but I'm back. My tip number 9 is to make a nourishing meal, and I talk about that a lot. That's super important, and it can make you feel so much happier when you cook something for yourself, something that makes you happy, something that's gonna make you feel good, make you feel energized. And even it doesn't have to be super long, you can do something very quick with simple ingredients, but yeah, try to cook at least one meal a day for yourself. Yeah, that's my tip. And my tip number 10, final tip, is to remember how far you've come. There's a past version of you that would be so proud to see where you are today, and you owe it to this past version to be proud of yourself, be happy about what you're doing. So yeah, just be happy that you're where you are, and you're enough, and you're doing your best, and I believe in you, believe in yourself. That's something that you can remember yourself on a daily basis, and it always lifts up my mood, because when I think about 5 years ago me, like, she would be proud to do these things. So yeah, you owe it to this person to be proud of yourself too. So that's my 10 tips for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're feeling a bit better, or that it lifts your mood if you're feeling a bit low. Don't hesitate to comment if you have other tips, or yeah, if you have other ideas. We can all lift each other, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.